Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. Try to do that as often as we can, and hopefully it is helpful to you. We've got over 975 of these available for your listening pleasure on a variety of topics. Would love to be of assistance to you in adding to the list of what is helpful and beneficial to your benefit. In any event, um, if you're new here, please like, subscribe, comment below if there's a topic you'd like to see covered. We continue our foray into the Life Lessons series. Also, if you're looking for life, business, relationship coaching, would love to be of help to you there. A couple ways to do that. You can reach out on Twitter at PO Perception. You can reach out in the About Me section of this YouTube page. And we can connect that way as well. Either way, we'll get you in touch with me and a member of my team, and then we can go from there. So, the Life Lesson Series, this is number 108. The first thing is stick to your guns. Know what your limits are. Know what you're willing to take, and know what you're willing to, bend on. When you know what your limits are before you're asked to bend, the easier it is to actually follow through with things you actually fully believe in versus overextending yourself and then regretting that overextension later. This is something that a lot of people struggle with for a number of reasons, but generally speaking, it comes down to feeling like if I don't overextend myself, I'm going to lose something here, or I'm going to lose a person, I'm going to lose a friendship, I'm going to lose whatever. But the challenge there becomes, am I really getting where I want to be, or is this a temporary situation? So when we begin to understand what our boundaries are from the beginning before they're challenged, we can then make an intelligent decision about, should I continue in this relationship? Should I continue in this business venture? Or do I need to do an about face? Both are reasonable options. Neither makes a person, smart or dumb or whatever. It's just a matter of finding what works for you, what works for them, and then moving forward from the basis of what's going to be mutually beneficial, and then being informed about how to do that in a way that makes the most amount of sense with the least amount of drama. The next thing to look at here is things like ignore critics. Knowing that critics happen, knowing that people are critical, it's part of human nature. It doesn't necessarily mean a person's good or bad if they're critical. It just means that's part of who they are, and understanding that, in fact, a person who is critical is a person who doesn't necessarily have all the support that they need in their own lives, and so they become more critical of you because they're not getting their needs met, and then it leads to further you know, uh, criticism. The criticism? No. Anyway, so obviously take from anyone's criticism the things you can use that are beneficial. Be willing to learn when people are critical and see if there's value in what they're saying, but at the same time understand that every critical person is missing something in their own life, and they're projecting that into you, onto you, and around you. And so expecting that a person will in fact in some way not have their needs fully met, or struggle in that way, um, can be somewhat problematic. The next thing to look at is um, separate the things you can control from the things you can't. Separate the things that need your attention now from the things that might need your attention in 6 months from now. In other words, finding a way to understand the value of what you're trying to accomplish, knowing the things that matter most to you in that manner, and being able to, um, get to a place of higher value can in fact lead to the best possible experience in a clear, concise way. So, when we begin to fully know how to separate what matters, and also set goals that are both attainable but push us. So having short-term, long-term, medium-term goals is extremely valuable. Knowing how to set the length of a goal and the importance of a goal is also important. Having short-term goals is super important because you need to feel like you're having a relationship with progress. People that only have medium-term and long-term goals often become extremely frustrated for a number of reasons, not limited to the fact that in reality, when you only are checking in with things that matter in the long term, you're struggling really to create a meaning for doing things of a shorter term or medium term nature, which means you probably, on some level, aren't going to be happy with the things you've done, the places you've gone, and the experiences you've had. Because if you're only checking in when things are major, then other things won't matter nearly as much. Doesn't mean that you can't find a way to, create longer term, medium term, or short term goals, but finding things that give you that bump, that positive feeling is super important for a number of reasons, mainly because you're trying to create a quality of life that gives you the ability to enjoy everyday living, and goals can help us do that. The next thing is confidence. Know what you are good at. Own your strengths, own your weaknesses, know your strengths and weaknesses well, acknowledge them, and farm things out that aren't serving you well. So hopefully this is helpful. Keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.